Hello everyone, welcome to the Hack Shack right here in Los Angeles. My name is Johnny and I support horror. I'm excited to take you through a film that I found refreshingly disturbing, The Lodge. You're going to rethink taking a vacation up in the mountains after seeing this one, I promise you. So let's go. The Lodge is a horror thriller movie written and directed by Severin, Fiala and Veronika, Franz. These two are most well known for writing and directing the 2015 horror mystery thriller Goodnight Mommy. And I think that if you liked Goodnight Mommy, you are going to like The Lodge. The plot to The Lodge goes something like this. A father, his two kids, and their soon-to-be stepmom go on a holiday vacation up in the mountains to this large winter cabin, or lodge. Not too long after they arrive, Dad has to leave because of a work-related issue, leaving Grace and his two kids alone to enjoy the cabin. Isolated and alone now, a blizzard comes, traps them all there at the cabin, and it pretty much just goes downhill after that. We learn about a terrifying past event that happened to Grace, and it starts taking hold of her as the long days just drag on at the lodge. I really like this film. The Lodge is one of those movies that's just truly disturbing to me. I love it when a film can make me feel a little disturbed because, I've seen countless horror films, as I'm sure you have, and they can be really, really good, but some of them I don't leave spooked. I don't leave freaked out. I think the most recent film where I felt disturbed was Ari Aster's Midsummer. When a film can get to me psychologically, I applaud it. I can see someone get tortured, gutted, faces ripped off, all while eating In-N-Out burger, no problem. In fact, that's exactly what I did the other night. I watched, I watched The Green Inferno the other night. It has a lot of cannibalistic and torture scenes in it, all while eating a nice, juicy double-double from In-N-Out. It was glorious. Best night ever. Okay, back to The Lodge. I know that not everybody's gonna like this movie as much as I did because of the story. You don't really know what's going on. You're isolated with this family in this lodge as they slowly start to lose their shit. I imagine some people feeling bored at this movie a little bit because it is a slow burn, especially with the runtime being an hour and 48 minutes. It's sort of a long time for people to sit there, but I still really enjoyed it. I love the fact that they were trapped at this holiday lodge, all snowed in, roads closed down, miles from civilization, and no car. And that whole dilemma right there reminds me of The Shining. Look, I liked feeling the cabin fever, the not knowing what day it was in the movie, not knowing what is happening or will happen to these people in isolation. It's like I wasn't just watching the film, I could feel it. And maybe that makes me a complete weirdo. Go figure. I'm in my 30s talking to a damn camera in a storage garage surrounded by dust and spiders. So, cheers. You know what? Screw it. I'll drink to that. I simply like the fact that I kept wondering and I had to keep guessing where everything was going. Was there something paranormal going on? There was this dollhouse that they kept showing that would kind of predict some of the upcoming shots. So I was wondering if that came into play. Did that have to do with something? Grace, who has some psychological problems, was off her meds. So was this just one big psychotic episode she was going through and it wasn't reality and she was just trying to freak the kids out? What the hell is going on? It's like a horrific mystery. Another thing that I thought was cool was The Lodge was shot on 35mm film. And I found it so interesting at times that they would use this wide angle lens to show the entire room in some scenes. What's creepy about it in this film is that it makes rooms and hallways look really long and it just distorts reality a little bit. It's the perfect combo when you're shooting an eerie scene because what you're witnessing is already creepy enough, but when you add another element on top of that to distort reality, it really complements it. It was very subtle though. They didn't beat you over the head with it, which I appreciate. As for the characters, I did not like Dad in this story one bit. Okay, I know he loved his kids, but here's how to not have a fun family vacation. After a tragedy, leave your kids with their stepmom-to-be who they don't like out in the middle of nowhere during Christmas time just so you can leave to go work. Oh, and did I mention that the stepmom-to-be Grace was a survivor of a mass cult suicide at the age of 12 and now has severe issues from all the childhood trauma? I feel for Grace, I really do, but Dad, maybe ease the kids into getting to know her first before you send all of them secluded out in a cabin in the middle of nowhere. Does that sound good? Take a normal family vacation, like to the Grand Canyon or something. That way, if she starts to go nuts, you step a little close to that canyon looking down and oops, she accidentally falls over and drops 6,000 feet to her death. Must have tripped on a rock or something. Listen, people, don't at me, okay? These are just jokes, it's okay. I didn't have too many dislikes in this movie. I guess one would be, I wish the reveal would have happened closer to the end of the film. Don't get me wrong, it was close to the end of the film, but I selfishly wanted more time to be guessing what was going on. While the rest of the audience was probably like, what the hell is going on? Tell me! Now my final thoughts on The Lodge are this. It's a slow burn mystery thriller that has a lot of haunting and chilling moments. Like I said earlier, I know there's going to be people that don't like the slow burn. But if you just immerse yourself in the movie, let it take you in, I promise you'll have a good time. The Lodge doesn't show much mercy to the good in this world, which you will see beautifully displayed in the end. And that's it for me, friends. I just wanted to thank you so much again for coming by my channel and watching my review of The Lodge. I'm curious to know how many people are excited to see this film, so go ahead and tell me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And let's be friends to the end, people. You know you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Horror Hack. Once again, my name is Johnny. Keep supporting horror, and this has been one hack of a show.